the city, mainly because there's a lot of smog there. It's like a big rat race. Everything, you're always moving, doing something, you're competing with others and whatnot. Came up here and the whole thing slowed down for us. We were able to breathe and relax and get up and yawn and walk the grounds. And at night you can see the stars. I mean, smog-free. Not a lot of cars. We hardly ever hear helicopter. In Compton, you hear helicopters every night. Back, I saw that lake, and I said, "Oh my!" Well, some people may call it a pond, but I saw it as a lake, and I saw fish in it. They were moving around in it. I said, "Oh my goodness, this thing has fish in it." August, so the Lord put it in my heart that this was going to be called Foundations for Future Generations. We believe that a lot of kids who were going to the charter schools with us, they would come into a church environment because that's where all the charters, we had 5 of them. All the charter schools were in churches, but the kids would go home, and when they come back in the next day, you'd be using foul language and crazy, and then we'd have to calm them down and say, what is wrong with the kids? So we'd talk to the parents and say, if you could find a place to get your child away from this environment, because we believe the environment is hostile to the children, we would be able to do something with these kids, and they would come out much different than they will be if they continue on the same route that they're on now. So
that's what started the vision for the campground. Then eventually the vision would be for conference center, and then a boarding school where kids would be able to come up for most good part of the week and actually live on campus and learn trades like agriculture, horticulture, aquaponics, things that were related now to the sciences that people are now. I mean, curriculum is changing, and so those kinds of scientists at least will begin to prepare high school age students for getting into animal husbandry or whatever it is that they wanted to do. So we said that would be a great place. This would be a great place to get that started. We've had a group of girls, a teen girls program that came up, some from our former church. They brought a youth group up. We've had some Cub Scouts, a group, maybe 22. About 22 adults and kids that camped out, put the tents up, and even left us with a nice little water spout system that they all built. It was their project, so you'll see that too. That was exciting. So we've always been, as pastors, wanting to be involved in the community, to see change, and especially to involve kids.
Also had a gentleman come up from the Audubon Society. He was following a bird that was rare at the time. In fact, now it's on the endangered species list, called a tricolored blackbird. And so he came in, and I was doing some work out here, and he just like almost fall into the lake outside looking for birds. But he said, you guys just don't have a few birds, you guys have a colony back here. And so he mentioned maybe 800 or 1,000 birds back there. They were chattering. We wake up with them, so we didn't need to see any difference. But he said, no, you guys have all those birds pretty much are here right on your property. So he said, and at the time, I was going to kill all of the cattails and get them out of my lake. But he said, if you do that, you're going to kill all the birds also. And because I'm an animal lover, I said, but at any rate, we decided not to do it. But he said, well, I'll tell you what, if you don't destroy the cattails, because they need that in order to roost and to nest, we will help you all maybe build another lake or do something. And so that's why we have 2 lakes now.
As you move, you draw to yourself the condition of your heart,
Yes.
And so this is what, Newberry Springs found us. It was in the heart already, and it's like that side space on the inside, Newberry Springs fits right there. And a lot of people are looking for, where can I go, or how can I find peace, and how can I find what God has for me to do. And, we're able to hear in this environment to share the story with them, pray with them, and, maybe give them some hope.
But Uncita has a unique mission in this regard. And when Uncita does its job, it'll become irrelevant, and Newberry will just chug right along, a great place to live for people, and just keep on going.